Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be part 2 of my two-part video on how I pack for travel. And this one's going to be how we pack for the kids. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think that we're super organized as far as packing for the kids goes. And hopefully you find some tips and tricks that work for you. So let's get into it. First I'll start out with their clothing. I put all of their clothing into these Skip Hop Zoo rolling suitcases. And they are responsible for carrying these through the airport. So they don't actually carry them, they just roll them. It's really easy. They love doing it. They get mad if we try to do it. So that's kind of nice that they carry their own. Each one of them has an empty water bottle. Here, you might be able to see it better here. Each one of them gets an empty water bottle on the side pocket so that we can fill it up in the airport and on the plane. And that's what they use for the whole trip, for their water or juice or whatever. They also each have a Purell Advanced hand sanitizer on their bags so that they can use anytime. And in the front pocket they also keep their headphones for the plane in case there's a movie, or if there's no movies we often have a show downloaded onto their iPad that they can watch, so that's just in case. These are a little bit too bulky and heavy for them to put in their little backpacks. So we just put them here because it's easier for them to roll the heavier bag through the airport. And these are carry-ons. We don't put any liquids or anything into here. So they take these right onto the plane. And then inside, I normally use packing cubes. And I did use a couple this time. But I decided to do each outfit in a Ziploc. So each day there's a pair of pants, a sweater, a t-shirt, a pair of socks, and a pair of underwear, or whatever the outfit may be, in full in one bag, so that this makes it easier for the whole family. If grandma decides to get them dressed one day, or my husband decides to get them dressed one day, everything's here. They can just pick one. It doesn't really matter, mix and match. This here says Sunday outfit. That's from a previous trip because we had something special that day, but it doesn't matter what day. You can label them or not. The outfits are, so they all fit in here just like that. There's one for each day. They've also got a travel outfit that we lay out in their rooms for the morning of travel. Those are already laid out and ready to go. And then there's another package here, or pouch, and this is his travel outfit for going home because it's super comfy and casual. I like to put them in like track pants, running shoes, like easy stuff for the travel day. So that's it for his clothes. And to be honest, there is more, but we've got a separate bag that has just gear in it and things like that. Sorry, the lighting's a bit funny today. It keeps getting cloudy and sunny, so if it looks a bit weird on the camera, that's why. Anyways, I do have a separate small suitcase that I use for additional stuff. So what that holds is their pull-ups, their toiletries, medications, and their shoes, and then my shoes, my husband's shoes. We kind of have a small suitcase that has extra stuff in it, but this is all of their clothing for the trip. And I'll just show you Georgia's just because I feel like a little girl, there's a few other things. Like, for each outfit, I've coordinated her hair accessory for the day to go with it. All of their socks match the outfits. Am I crazy? Like, maybe that's super anal, but that's how I do it. And then hers is a little bit smaller because her clothes are smaller, but she has the same amount of outfits as he does, and her travel outfit is picked out and sitting in her room for the morning of too. So those are their carry-on suitcases. In addition to their suitcases, they each have a backpack. His is a little bit bigger than hers just because he can handle it and she can't carry that much yet. She's only just turned 3. And I pack some fun stuff for them in these backpacks. So I'll start with Georgia's. I think I might need to move up a little bit here. Let's see. That's better. Okay, so we'll start with Georgia's. Basically what I do before a trip is I run around the house and I go through all of their tiny toys. Things like figurines, Hatchimals, Kinder Surprise stuff that they already have that they kind of either haven't seen in a while or whatever. I grab a few of those things, Then I go down to the craft room and I grab some crayons and markers and paper and stuff like that. And then I make a trip to the dollar store and I spend a very maximum of $20 total on both kids. It's usually more like 10. And I pick up a few little surprises for them. So this is a mix of stuff we already had and stuff from the dollar store. But I find that the more little bags of activities, the better, because you can pull out one bag at a time and it might have 2 or 3 things in it and it occupies them for so long and they sort of forget that there are more bags. And then if they do get bored or restless, we can pull out another bag or another activity. And I find that this works for both ways. So we don't always open everything on the way there. We don't even always open it while we're there. And some of these activities they can do while we're on the trip. And then they usually have a few surprises for the way home without me having to grab new things. So this is just a pencil case. There's a couple of little beading craft kits in here for her to make necklaces and bracelets. And then a bunch of crayons and pens. She really likes to write with pens, I don't know why. So there's colored pens in there. There's a little pack of stickers. We already had these, she just hasn't opened them yet. And a little notepad. This is for drawing, writing, whatever. I love these. Again, these are from the dollar store. They come in a pack of, I think 8. 4 or 8. I think it's 8. And they're so small, so we usually keep one in the car as well for each kid in case they ever feel like doodling. My kids are really artistic and they love to draw. Those are super handy. And then this is how I separate the rest of it. So just into little Ziploc bags, and each bag has a few different things in it. So I found these surprisimals. I think they're just like a stuffed animal inside. These were on sale for like $1 somewhere, I think at the dollar store. And I got one each for each kid. This is just a little like set of animals with a little igloo that she can put them in, and they all have accessories. This one has a Littlest Pet Shop surprise and a couple of Hatchimals. I always keep these little Hatchimals collectibles at home. They are, I don't know what it is, but my kids love them and they don't open them very often. They still play with the ones that they've opened, which is great. But if we ever have a super long way to the doctor's office, I might sneak a couple into my purse and surprise them or whatever. So got a couple of those. And then these are just some random things. There's like a little seahorse that sticks to the wall if you're in the bathtub, and this is a unicorn that you can blow up into a big ball. So she probably won't play with that on the plane, but she can play with it there. And it's all just really small stuff, really cheap stuff, and stuff that we already had as well. Just throw it into a couple Ziplocs, pull out one bag at a time, and it totally occupies them. So that's Georgia's stuff, and I'm just going to pack it up and then show you Noah's. Okay, for Noah's bag, it's basically the same stuff as hers, like just slight differences. I threw in a big package of Bubblicious, which he has never had, and I'll probably give them both some to chew. I mentioned in my last video that he has fluid in his ears and that the plane can be really painful for him. Sorry guys, I have heartburn so bad. Good old 6 months pregnant. It's like burning. Might have to take a Tums break. Anyways, the bubble gum. They've had gum before. They've tried it. They've never had like proper thick, juicy pieces of bubble gum. So I think it'll kind of make it fun for them and maybe distract him from the fact that his ears hurt. So I just threw that into the front pocket of his bag. And then he's got a little notepad, same as Georgia's, and a little pencil case with some crayons and stuff. I got him this. This is new. This was from the dollar store. It was $2, and it's a logic puzzles book, which is totally up his alley, and you answer the questions with stickers. So I think that's going to occupy both of them for a while. It's got like patterns, math, different pictures, puzzles and things like that. So Noah's really into that stuff. So I got that book for him. This one has a little model airplane kit and another one of those balls that I had for Georgia that blows up, but his is a lizard or something instead of a unicorn. So that's something they can play with when we're there. He's got one of these surprise ball things. This is not an LOL surprise. Those things are like $13 each. This is some cheapo dollar store version of it. But it has a little animal inside, and my kids actually prefer animals over dolls anyway. This is the Hatchimals and Littlest Pet Shop. It's a mouse, I think. And this has some animals with an igloo, like some little figurines, and again they have little accessories that they can dress up with. And this is a keychain where you squeeze it and this ball goes flying out, but it's actually attached so it won't hit anybody or get lost. And lastly, a Lego kit. This is one we already had, and an instruction booklet. He loves to follow the directions. He's super into Lego right now. It just kind of happened overnight. 5 years old, I love Lego. So this will occupy him for a while. This kit makes, I think, about 8 different things with the instruction booklet, so he can take it apart, put it back together, and that will last him a while. So I just want to point out that when you pack stuff for your kids on a flight, it doesn't have to be expensive stuff, it doesn't have to be new even at all. Like, my kids are super entertained by just being surprised by pulling out a bag and getting things. These are things they can play with together, they can make believe, they can do activities, and we end up not resorting to the iPad very much on the airplane at all. They usually are really entertained by the fact that they're coming by with snacks and things like that, and it keeps their backpacks super, super light and easy for them to carry, which is kind of important, obviously. In addition to that, we do have a big snack pack that I packed up. But my husband's going to carry that in his carry-on because it's a bit heavy, and it just has all the things we can actually take over the border. So packaged things, crackers, like goldfish crackers, granola bars, what else, baby food pouches and things like that. So that's the only other thing that we pack for the kids. So I think that's about it. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope that you enjoyed it. Make sure that you subscribe if you want to see more of what I've got happening on my channel, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks!